Hey, good people. This is Rocki with Rocki's Reality, the #1 podcast for unfiltered and unapologetic culture, entertainment, and relationships. Tap in live Thursdays, 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as I chat with some of the dopest artists, celebrities, influencers, entrepreneurs, and more. Make sure to catch us live Thursdays, 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Facebook, YouTube, and Roku. See you soon. Hey, good people. This is Rocki with Rocki's Reality, the #1 podcast for unfiltered and unapologetic culture, entertainment, and relationships. Tap in live Thursdays, 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as I chat with some of the dopest artists, celebrities, influencers, entrepreneurs, and more. Make sure to catch us live Thursdays, 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Facebook, YouTube, and Roku. See you soon.
Oh, there we go. But look at the view, Joe. Joe is getting it together, y'all.
We almost there.
Technical difficulties. Thank you for those tuning in.
Hey,
We gonna be
y'all.
there. Come on, y'all.
We coming.
Just like black folks, you know, we always got an extra issue. It seemed like, is this something covering it, Joe?
Because it was just here. We ain't changed nothing. It shouldn't be.
Right, the devil is trying it today, y'all. Give us a moment as we get this together. Thank you to those who are tapping in. We will definitely get into it because you know what? That's what happens when you great, though. The big Aries energy. That's the devil was like, let me try to curtail some of this big. He jealous.
We overloaded it.
He jealous. Get it. Listen.
Yay.
And I know that's what Joe do. Give yourself a hand, Joe. Listen, greatness cannot be denied.
We did it, Joe.
Let me tell y'all, that is an example of how the devil be trying it. And I'll be like, you know what, God? I need you to tell the devil to get the fuck on. Seriously.
Gone.
Seriously. Welcome to Rocki's Reality, everyone. We are back. Listen, thank you, Joe. Listen, Joe know what he doing. That's why I love me some Joe. I love you, Joe. I really appreciate you. No, seriously, because you need a team.
Absolutely.
And as Jenn knows, with 2 N's, by the way, y'all, because she's a black Jenn. She's a black Jennifer.
Okay.
Okay. She a black Jennifer from the motherland, by the way. And we're going to get into that because my best friend's parents are from Sierra Leone.
Okay, yeah.
So I know you got them West African vibes going on. I want me some jollof rice right now, though.
We can go get some.
I'm so hungry. Ooh, baby. Baby, my greedy self. So welcome, y'all. Jenn uses her humor, wit, and style to capture audiences and relatability and research to sustain them. Yes, because we come with the facts. Okay. Ask Jenn with 2 N's has become a successful web platform that highlights the cultural cornerstones of being a black woman, Detroiter, mom of a child with autism, and a millennial. So give her a hand, everyone. And it's so much more to that than just the bio. I don't. People know I'm unconventional. I don't read the whole bio because we gonna get in to all that you're doing.
Get into it all.
Listen, let's do it. I appreciate you, Jenn.
I'm so happy to be here. I love you and I admire what you do. Like I like fellowshipping and being in community with other Black women in media in Detroit. So I'm just happy to be invited on your
I
platform.
love it. Me too. And I was like, I hope she ain't at the point where she too big and she ain't gonna reply to my inbox.
No, baby.
Because we know how everybody in Detroit is famous,
Everybody's
right?
a celebrity. No, I
Everybody.
got the time. I like to cross collaborate.
Exactly. And see, that's the mentality now, because we got big Aries energy, and that's how Aries think. We know that you can only go so far doing it by yourself.
Oh my gosh.
You need a team. Hence, I appreciate Joe for pulling it together. And I love how Joe just be like calm under pressure, because me as an Aries, I be spazzing out and Joe be like, it's okay. It's Joe, we need people like you, Joe. So I always, I'm someone who likes to give people their flowers while they're here.
Yes.
So I want to give you your flowers, Jenn.
Thank you.
With 2 N's, y'all.
With 2 N's.
Okay. How do you pronounce the last name, Jenn?
Oh, Owenu. The way I say it is you don't pronounce the first N. So it's O like, oh my God. Win like you won a prize. New like new car.
Thank you.
Owenu.
Come with the phonetics. Come on. Owenu. Is that right?
Yeah.
Listen.
Just like that.
I love it. Just like that. Okay, y'all know I'm crazy. But that is what we're here for, to live life, because we do enough adulting.
Exactly.
So welcome to the show again, Jenn. I really appreciate your platform and just how you come with the questions. Because I'll be sitting there like, ooh, especially with the girlfriend talk. So define what you mean when you say you're a professional girlfriend.
I'm a professional,
we know that take work.
Homegirl. So
it is like a job.
It is literally a job. Let me not say I think. I take pride in being a good friend to the people that I have relationships with. So that is whether it is a casual relationship, whether it's just like two people like who go back and forth on social media, or you're my best friend. In whatever capacity that you'll have me, I try to be the best at that possible. So if that means every time you post a picture, I'm commenting under your picture, telling you how good you look, or if you have an event, I'm pulling up, or if you get married, I'm showing up with a gift, whatever that capacity may be. If I like you and I care for you, that's the type of way I'm going to show up in your life, no matter what that relationship is. I know people like to say, like, we're not that close. We have that hierarchy. Whatever capacity in which you have me, I want to make sure that I'm there wholly and fully.
I love that, because I'm the same way, where I'll let you know. And like you said, if I like you and I care about you,
because I like you, and
when we don't like your ass, you will know.
You gonna know.
I'm not gonna fake that shit.
You literally never go. If I don't like you, you're never gonna see me. Like as far as like us sharing space, it's not happening
unless I'm getting paid.
Unless I'm getting paid.
A check,
and even
then it'll be limited capacity. It'll be limited.
I turn down money.
Listen, because you're not gonna aggravate me.
No.
You're not gonna get on my nerves with the bullshit.
Stuff don't be worth it.
I was just saying that yesterday.
The money gonna be got regardless.
Ooh, ting, ting, ting. I love it, because that's my philosophy. Like, you can always earn more money, but you can't earn more time.
No.
And that's why I've been purposeful in my mature age at 47, y'all. I don't care. Because I looks good.
A grown home girl. I like that. 47.
Listen, come through, because what we knew at 27 and 37 is way different at 47.
Oh, so. Lord. Let me see what 37 gonna give to me.
Where you at now? Where you at?
32.
Listen, once you get towards 40, that sex drive, I'm telling you. You think your sex drive high now? But wait till you get towards the 40. My husband be like,
I don't know if I got it in me, honey.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
You say yes, you do.
Yeah, you do.
Aries. Yes, you do.
But no, it's just not even just a sex drive, but just like clarity.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm looking forward to.
I have a lot of clarity. And I'm sure just like you have more clarity now than you did at 22. You said you were 32,
yes,
right?
I am 32.
So it's a natural progression.
It better be.
It would that'd be us, like, it better happen.
Better be.
Shit.
Period. Somebody said I'm on Instagram live too. That'd be 30 this year. Okay, period. 30 was one of the best years of my life.
Woo, baby. I remember my 30th birthday party at Centaur. That was a time. Did you go to Centaur when it was open?
Yes.
I miss Centaur. Them damn martinis.
I was about to say they reopening it. It's called Chandelier. It's opening this weekend.
Oh, is it at the same location? Oh my God, I love it, because I love that upstairs.
I went last weekend and I went 2 weekends before that. It's nice. It's nice in here.
I love it. How's the staff? It's a different staff though, probably,
yeah.
huh? Yeah, it's a whole new vibe.
The vibe is it's more clubby than the original Centaur was.
Oh, okay.
But I feel like you should have a visit. Also, like, I went on weekend nights. Like I feel like the vibe like during the week might be a little different. So we're gonna give them a chance.
Okay. For now, because what an Aries will do, we will leave when we not feeling.
Oh
it.
yeah.
That's another thing. We'll be like,
go home.
people be like, fix your
Actually,
attitude.
you don't even gotta. I ain't even gonna say if I'm ready to go home. If I got my keys and I can get an
Listen.
Uber, I'll see y'all later. Bye.
That is me. I'll be wanting to drive my old car. People be like, let's ride together. No,
No,
because I might want to leave y'all ass.
you never know.
So welcome to everyone who is watching. We are on Soul TV. We on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Roku. So shout out to everyone who's watching. So ask Jenn, what intrigues me about you is you're a social worker like myself.
Yes, ma'am.
And we know social worker is not, it runs a gamut. So whether you're in the community or you're teaching people, and I believe that's why people are drawn to us, because we are people who, in a way, we're fixers, and we like to make sure people are okay. So that's what draws. So tell us about that journey from being just a social worker, which you still are.
I still am.
To ask Jenn.
So I think it's all the same. So this is the thing. So when you think about the fundamentals of social work, it's giving people the tools that they need to achieve the goals that they have for themselves, right? A lot of people don't have, what is the word I'm saying? I wanted a way to give people an approach to, I don't even want to say therapy, but releasing feelings that they have to somebody that they don't know, somebody who's not going to judge them, and they still are able to get a solution to what they want and what they need. So when I came up with the anonymous piece for Ask Jenn, I said like, okay, this is a perfect way for someone who has something on their chest and don't want to talk to a professional or have access to a professional, or don't want their friends judging them or in their business, or don't particularly want someone who they know to be able to weigh in on this. I said, oh, this is a perfect approach. So it's literally like, I want to say like, it's the approach to therapy for people who don't want to sit in an hour-long session, but still want somebody to sit there and tell them the truth. And it's literally all one and the same. Like me giving people resources, me giving people tools, me providing people with wellness approaches, me providing people with other professionals or other individuals who can give them the motivation or the tools that they need. I am literally social working on YouTube, but I don't have to worry about what I'm saying. I don't have to worry about it coming out wrong. I don't have to worry about nobody skewing what I'm saying as professional advice. So I think it's just a very, very happy medium for where I would like to be at.
Yes, because y'all know we all have so many social media experts who really ain't qualified to tell people shit. I be looking like these people is really listening.
And it's to the point that I tell people this all the time. Like I gave up my social work license so people would not say Ask Jenn is professional advice. I don't want anyone to be able to come for my social work license and say like, this is advice that she gave to somebody as a social worker. I let my license lapse. I said, this is very separate. I have the background, I have the knowledge, I have the foundational material, but I'm like, this is not professional social work advice. This is entertainment. And that needs to be clear. Even though I'm a social worker, what I do on Ask Jenn is entertainment. Yes, it's real advice. Yes, it's really coming from my heart. Yes, it's coming from my brain that does have that knowledge base, but this is fun. This is for fun.
Exactly. So like a comment, what my one of my faves, KRS-One, calls edutainment. You're educating and entertaining.
Yes.
Exactly.
And also, I don't even want it to be like education. It's just like, no, this is fun. Take what you need, leave what you don't. Like, this is fun. This is funny. This is to laugh at. Like, yes, it's very practical advice. If you want to apply it, fantastic. But I don't want it to be educational. I want you to come and learn and understand. And if I do want you to be educated, it's going to be somebody with some credentials and with some knowledge who's going to be sitting next to me, who is going to be there to educate you. I'm here to keep the show rolling and keep you laughing.
I love that.
And keep you locked in to the point that you can actually grasp and retain the information that you're learning about.
Yeah, you got to trick people into learning sometimes, because folks will be so damn stubborn. So how did it transition into the Uprising?
Oh my God.
Uprising
the network.
TV?
Yes. So like this, I always say this, Ask Jenn was not my idea. It was not something that came from my head. I kid you not, this was during the pandemic. This is 2020. One of my homegirls, it's actually her birthday. Hey, Lori, happy birthday, boo. It is actually her birthday. She sent me a message on Twitter and was like, I just had a vision of you doing something in media. I'm like, me, media? Like, what are you talking about? Whatever. We fast forward. 2021. The Uprising Network has been around in Detroit for, I want to say, a little over 10 years now. The producer and owner of the network, Barry, he had been producing multiple series. He's had cooking shows, other interview shows, other talk shows on his platform. He had an eating competition that I was a contestant on called Gotta Eat. I won. I had 8 hella donuts. It was
God.
but I got $100. Anyway, he
was a Dutch girl though.
No, they was from Elias. Even better.
Okay.
So I would be on other people's show on the network. I would be on his other shows on the network, and he just was very entertained with how I would be on camera. Mm-hmm. And he told me one day, he's like, "If you ever want a show, hit me up." I'm thinking like, this is just somebody talking shit, like trying to be polite, because I know people ask him for shows all the time. This man not serious. So 2021 rolls around. The pandemic like basically cleared his roster from the work that he was doing. He wasn't filming, he wasn't recording. He said, "Hey, I'm ready to start filming again." And hi from London. Hello. Yes, oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Hey, Tony Entertainer. Thanks for tapping in.
He told me, he was like, I'm trying to get the roster back up on the network. I want you to do a show. We need to meet and you need to figure out what that show gonna be about. I'm like, oh shoot, okay. So he met me. We went out to like a dinner or lunch or something like that. He said, "So if we had a show, like what would it be?" I'm like, "I don't know." So I'm like, I'm going through it. I'm like, I watch a lot of reality TV. Maybe me and my friends. I like cheaters. Maybe like I'm trying to catch somebody being unfaithful or something like that. So I'm giving myself ideas what this show could be about. And I was like, well, people ask me things. And he was like, "What you mean people ask you things?" I was like, "Well, people ask me stuff all the time. People ask me for tips. People ask me for advice. People ask me for resources. People ask me for like restaurant suggestions, clothes suggestions, who to get their hair done by, XYZ. Right. So I said, if I had a show, people would be asking me stuff. And he was like, "What do you mean people be asking you stuff?" So he's like, "How do you want them to submit the questions, whatever?" And I was like, that should be anonymous. Like we should find a way for like us to be able to get them and people not know who it is. I think that would make people more open about the subject matter. Because if the show would run out if people was only asking me about hair, nails, makeup, little stuff like restaurant suggestions, little stuff like that. And then he was like, "I can do that. Like if you want them to be anonymous, I can do that." He's like, "Okay, what would we call it?" I have a friend named Kelly. I've known her since elementary school. We grew up together, went to middle school and high school together. She used to always say, "I don't ask Jeeves, I ask Jenn." That's what she used to always say to me. Like if she ever had a question or ever needed advice or wanted to talk to anybody about anything, she will always come to me. And I said, I would name the show Ask Jenn. And Barry, he was like, that's it. And that's how it started.
I love it. And so it's been since 2021.
Yep. So it'll be 3 years this upcoming September.
I love it. Yes. Come on now.
This is the only thing I've ever been consistent at in my entire life. I'm not even kidding. I quit so many things. I had a podcast called A Shot of Jenn. I recorded 2 episodes and I found out I was pregnant and I stopped. I had a wig company that was relatively successful. It sustained me my entire pregnancy. I didn't have to work the whole rest of the time I was pregnant. I didn't have to work almost until my daughter was 1 year old. Like it kept me up. But I'm like, I stopped. This is the first thing that I've been consistent with like ever.
I love it because you found your calling. Because naturally, we are people who just, like you said, if we don't know the answer, we're going to find out.
Oh, yeah. And I know a lot of people that literally, when I started Ask Jenn, I was just like, how am I going to do this for so long? And I'm just like, if I don't have questions, I know enough people who do enough sweet shit that I could literally just fill my show with that. If it's not you asking me a question, I got something I can ask other people. And that's how the interview started.
Yeah.
Before, my whole first season of Ask Jenn was literally just me asking questions from cards. And the first day I dropped the website for people to be able to submit questions. I got 300 questions. I worked off the questions the entire first season.
I love it. And then you've had some celebrities, like you've had Big Gretch.
Yeah, yes. I've had some. I think for me being so early, the people who want to talk to me, I'm very, very like impressed that people value and think about my platform enough to actually want to come on and it means something to them. Like it's one thing for me to like look up to somebody and want them to come on my show and they do it, but for people to seek me out, people wanting to sit down with me and interview with me, that means so much. It means that I feel like I'm good at what I do, and I hope I can keep doing it. Thank you, girl.
Yes, you are great. That's why I sought you out. I said, oh yes, we got it. Then when I found out you was an Aries, I was like, oh yeah, I definitely.
Aries.
Listen, and by the way, if I did not mention it, we are still celebrating mompreneurs.
Okay.
In the month of May. Yes, absolutely.
See, one of the young ladies on my life said she found me through the Mia Ray interview. I'm so happy you still here, honey, because that was a long time ago. I'm so glad.
Yeah, that was a couple. That's one
That
I've
was
been
a year
trying to get
ago.
on there. So Mia Ray, if you watching, I'm trying to get you on the show. By the way, I got my Glamaholic Pebble bag here.
The Pebble collection is so fire.
The Pebble bag here. I got about 5 or 6 of them.
And I have to keep talking about it. Like when you talk about like people believing in you from the beginning, I think like that's really important when you talk about the journey. Ain't nobody have to sell me on Mia Ray. The first time I visited her blog, I said, this lady got it.
Yes.
And she ain't proved me wrong in 15 years.
I love it. And my fellow CT fam, by the way, y'all. That's my fellow CT fam. But yes, I just love her innovative, the content she puts, and just how real she is.
That brain.
And I love how she shows, like, started from the bottom, now I'm here.
That brain never stopped moving. Like when I tell you, when you have a vision on your heart, you write it down, make it plain, and make it happen. It can be done tenfold. All you got to do is do it. And that's all she showed me. Once you do the shit, it ain't going to stop.
And it ain't got to be perfect either.
And it don't have to be
perfect.
That's
my thing. People be like, what's the secret? I'm like, I just be doing what I feel. I just keep it moving and make sure I do my research and try to just keep myself in check as best as possible.
Absolutely.
It's when I feel like it. Okay, so you mentioned about being a mom.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that, because as a mom myself, that's something I relate to as well. And as a social worker, working with children with autism, I don't say an autistic child because they're more than the autism.
Yes.
That is just a piece of them. So I say a child with autism. So Claire, which I love that name.
Thank you so much.
Because Claire was one of my favorite characters from.
Oh my God.
You guys reach out. Claire is just a distinguished name. I love that.
Funny. I named my daughter Claire after Claire Summers. She's the founder of Fashion Bomb Daily. That's who I named my daughter after. I said, I am having this perfect angel baby, like this little girl. And I was like, I just want her to be a doll. And the founder of Fashion Bomb Daily, her name is Claire Summers. She is just a doll to me. Like I love her and I look up to her so much. And her name is Claire. Also, I have a niece named Blair. She is 10 years, not 10 years. She is 5 years older than my daughter. And my daughter's grandmother name is Clara. So
I love it.
So it's just perfect. Also, I believe in like clairvoyance. I believe in clairvoyance. Like I believe in all of those things. So I'm just like, it was just the perfect name for her. And she belongs to me. So that makes her perfect.
I love it. So let's talk about that as far as your journey as being a mom with the child who has autism. And let's be clear, it's a spectrum. So it could be different symptoms. It could be different things. And actually, I've had my son evaluated for it as well. And sometimes I'll be like, ain't nothing wrong with them. Ain't nothing wrong with them.
This is how it started. So my daughter has been going to daycare all this time. Like she's growing. She's doing amazing. Pandemic happened. I'm like, how old was she? Was gonna turn 2. She was turning 2 in 2020. I remember because we had her birthday party. Everybody had on masks. Anyway, I'm just like, this girl should be talking. Like I always have to bring this up. When I was pregnant with my daughter, I knew 18 other girls who were pregnant at the same time as me.
Oh my
2018
God.
was a boom, boom, boom. The girls was having kids.
Clearly.
18 other girls who was pregnant at the same time as me. So I'm watching their kids like grow. And I'm like, my daughter was in daycare, pandemic happened. So I'm thinking like, okay, maybe she just not around other kids. So she not being verbal or whatever. So I'm watching all these other women who had kids around the same time as me, like their kids is talking. So mind you, services is shut down. This is during the pandemic. Yeah. Services is shut down. And I want to get my daughter evaluated. They're like, well, we having virtual sessions or whatever. So we having virtual sessions with her, like back and forth. Her language is growing, but it's not as much as I think it should be or whatever. So like, that was really like the first like red flag for me. So then, things slowed down. Kids started going back to school or whatever. Her language just still was not picking up. Like she would say stuff like, Mom, Dad, I'm hungry. Everything she needed, she knew how to say. She could say milk. She could say cookie. She could say eat. Right. Like she could say bath. She could say tired. Like but it's just like speaking in sentences, speaking longer. Like that wasn't something that was coming up for her. So we got her evaluated the first time. They said, oh, she has ADHD and sensory processing disorder. So what that means is sensory processing disorder is like different stimulations impact how she feels, and that may impact her learning. And ADHD, they were saying like, her sensory overloads were like so extreme that it was distracting her from learning. So that's why she was getting ADHD. So that's why she's not talking. We got a second evaluation. They said maybe something is wrong with her hearing. So the third evaluation, they did a
This was all during the pandemic.
So this was between 2020 and 2021.
Okay.
So the third evaluation, they were like, oh, like nothing is, she can hear, like she's fine. So like nothing is wrong with her. We still got the ADHD, the sensory processing disorder. Like that's fine. She was going to daycare, but there was this program in our community that we like, oh, like this is a preschool program for children who have speech developmental delays or whatever, and she could get in a classroom. Once they let her in the classroom or whatever, she was able to go in the classroom. And once she was able to get in a classroom, daycare is very, very different from school just because of the type of attention that they pay to the children. Once my daughter got into that school setting, these are people seeing her every single day. These are people watching how she communicates with one another. There are people who are able to watch how she interacts with peers, how she gets their attention, etc. So once she was in the classroom setting, that was the first time she was able to get a proper evaluation, because what was happening, because we tried to get her evaluated during the pandemic, it was just like peace, like what are the parents seeing? What was her former daycare seeing?
Right.
The person who was doing these virtual sessions with her, what were they seeing? So it was like really pieced together. But once she was in school, we were able to get a good full picture. She was able to get evaluated at her school, and she got diagnosed with autism. She got her diagnosis last May. Yep.
Okay. So how did you, and because of course when they're in a school setting, more resources are available as well, and mandated by law for them to implement those resources. Because I had to go through that whole thing too, where I had my son evaluated at the Center for Behavioral for Human Behavior, and we went through IEPs, which is individualized education plans, and then we finally ended up with a 504. So I think he's just stubborn as hell. Really,
that really
ain't nothing wrong with your ass. You just stubborn. These damn kids. But
school is hard,
right? It is, and we live in a different world now too, and they're so inundated with social media stuff as well. So what was that like for you when you finally received that diagnosis?
I hate to say it, but I'm like, I knew it. When they was talking about like nothing was wrong with her, it's just sensory processing disorder, ADHD. I said, this girl don't got ADHD. Like this girl, if she wants to lock into something, she do. And you know, one of the like the signs of autism is fixations. My daughter had so many different me being locked in a house with her during the pandemic, I realized like this girl, if she has so many different fixations, I said, this is not an attention problem. And then I'm like, oh, the sensory processing disorder, when I was doing my research about that is usually paired with autism. And I felt bad because I kept going while she getting these evaluations, like, do she got autism? Do she got autism? And they're like, no, she has this, she has that. And I felt horrible trying to like prove that something was wrong with her. But baby mama knows I was right. I was right. And I don't want to say I'm right. And the reason why I'm so proud to say that I was right and I didn't stop fighting is because, like you said, those resources become available once you have a diagnosis.
And we have to be their advocate.
Yeah.
Because people are not going to make the noise we do about our babies.
Said, find out what's wrong with this girl. I don't care but what y'all saying is not it. And so now, since she's gotten her diagnosis, she's been eligible for services through her school. She gets, we take her to speech therapy classes. We take her to behavioral therapy classes. Like we like a lot of like adaptive learning. So like she goes to like soccer and all of these different things geared towards the way she understands the world and the way she likes to learn. So the diagnosis is just helpful with helping her be able to navigate the world. And also we know girls are 6 times less likely to be diagnosed with autism than boys. So me getting her a diagnosis like this early means so much to me, because one thing about girls in autism is they really know how to mask. Like they can pick up cues and social cues and signs about what people is around them. So they really get to be able to fake the funk. But I'm glad that she gets to wear it early so she can get, you know, the exact attention that she needs.
And that's good. So kudos to you as a mom, because I know that's not
I do my best. It was not easy.
Child, because as a mother, we always feel like everything that's great about them is hey everyone watching, everything that's great about them we're responsible for, but everything that's not so great we feel that I felt like
I feel like we gotta address it. I'm like, what I do? Like was I partying too much? Was I staying up too late? Was I working too hard? Like why? And then I'm just like I said earlier, she's mine, so she's perfect. Exactly. So whatever she needs, like that's it. Like this is my baby. Like regardless of what she may be diagnosed with, like this is I asked God for one kid and I said it needs to be a girl and I have her. And no matter how have her, she is mine. I'm happy just the same.
Right. And she's still going to have a thriving. She still is going to thrive.
I wish the diagnosis slowed her down. I need a break. I wish it slowed her down.
So how's the speech going now?
Oh, she talked too much. It's like
I know she do as a Leo, baby.
It be that I literally, like I say all the time, I cannot believe this is a baby. I used to get on my knees and beg God to speak.
Girl,
I want her to
listen. Be
quiet.
Careful what you ask for.
I'd be like, okay, that's enough. Thank you so much.
Mm-mm.
You telling me this? Oh, thank you. Oh, you want to read me this? Oh, I'm tired. Baby, she be talking. The speech is there. Long story short.
I love it. Listen, I love it. Shout out to Claire, y'all. And so, as a mother, how do you balance everything that you do? Because that's something that I
don't balance.
Yeah, it's some days is better than others. That's why I'm saying work-life.
Today, I knew I had to. So today, I usually do not pick her up from school. Her dad usually picks her up from school. Her dad was working late. He said, "Hey, can you pick her up from school?" I pick her up from school. I said, "It's no way I got time to pick you up from school, cook you dinner, get myself ready, and then get back here for the interview." So I picked her up from school and I took her to Red Robin.
Listen,
we went to Red Robin. I had me 2 margaritas. She ate. And I took her back home, went and did my makeup and said, okay, baby, I have to go. I'm like, and the thing is, I love cooking for my family. I am a Stepford wife type of girl. I do the cooking. I do the cleaning. That's the type of stuff I love. And unfortunately for me, that is a part of myself that I give up to be Ask Jenn. I have stuff to do. I have events to attend. I have places to go. I have deadlines to meet. Sometimes I can't be the type of wife and mom that I want to be, because I gotta put on this other hat and be Ask Jenn. So like you just said, some days it's just better than others.
It is.
And some days I feel like a complete rock star, and some days I feel like a failure.
Shit. Oh well.
But every day I live to have another, and I'm grateful for the life that I'm creating.
Exactly. Work-life balance is an oxymoron to me.
It makes no sense.
Because it's no way to balance it all the time. So, like I said, some days, like you said, some days I'm great and I'm cooking and I'm whipping up shit in the kitchen. Then other days it's like, y'all gonna have to eat Lucky Charms.
Y'all not.
Listen, you gonna get this August kitchen.
I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed. I don't even care if y'all eat. That be me some days. I'm like, I'm about to lay down.
We have to do it.
I gotta lock in my. I'm like, I have to lock in my room. I have to finish this script. I have to meet this deadline. I have to respond to these emails. I have to make this deck. I don't give a fuck what y'all do. I got shit to do. Figure it out
and not feel guilty about it.
No.
Not feel guilty. And I had to let my husband know when we first got married. I said, I am not June Cleaver. For those of y'all who don't know, that's from Leave It to Beaver from back in the day. Google it if you don't know what Leave It to Beaver is. But I am not June Cleaver. I'm not going to be cooking every day. Now, I'm going to give you some ass as appropriate.
Okay.
But some days, you ain't going to get no cook.
You're not going to. I'm not going to cook.
It is what it is. But I think also as we're getting older, it's okay to say no and to rest. And to not feel guilty for that, because as women, we always overextend ourselves, and then we get frustrated when we overextend ourselves. And it's like, no, we need to put the boundaries there.
So I'm my dad's youngest daughter. I'm not his youngest child. I'm his youngest daughter. I got to say no a lot growing up, and my daddy will always have my back. Like, my baby do not have to do none of this. Exactly. I got comfortable saying no and resting very, very early. I'm like, no.
Are you a daddy's girl?
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. Like,
and so are both your parents from Nigeria?
Both of my parents are from Nigeria. Yeah.
Okay, so are they straight from Nigeria, or
yes, they came into America in the 80s. My dad came here for school. He married my sister's mom for a green card. They got divorced. Went back to Nigeria to get my mama. Brought her back to America and had me, my brother, and my sister.
Okay, I love it. So and I love how you represent for your culture.
I do my best. Last year, I was actually featured in a short film from PBS called Detroit We Day, talking about the Nigerian social clubs that are here in Detroit, and the issue that they're having with basically the elders aren't able to like carry these clubs on anymore, and how the younger generation of Nigerians, at least here in Detroit, need to step up to be able to continue those traditions. So they highlighted me as one of the like next generation Nigerians, and what we could be doing to make sure that our culture, there is a very big Nigerian cultural footprint here in Detroit.
Hell yeah.
Detroit got hella Nigerians. Like,
right,
if everybody know
Africans,
at least
period.
Africans, period.
Shit.
Everybody know at least
hell
3.
Yeah.
So I'm like, making sure that like I said, I just represent my culture well, and I keep it with me. Yeah.
Right. So has it ever conflicted with you, with your?
Yes. Like, oh my gosh. So
we know Africans, listen,
strict.
African parents is It's
let
a
me tell you
whole
something.
different game, baby.
After so it was just always like, what is this girl doing? You cussing too much. What did you say on there? You talking about having sex? Like they was not rocking with Ask Jen. After I interviewed Gretchen Whitmer, when the next episode coming out? When your next live show? When is that? All you gotta what African parents? All you gotta do is impress them one time.
No, but then they want you to keep going.
Oh,
though.
and I do keep going. And I said this on another show, but like my proudest moment is I had my dad passed away in 2009. My mom passed away when I was very, very young. So like I don't have, my parents are not living, but I have a lot of uncles, a lot of aunts. My uncle, who was the most strict on me, hardest on me. I came into Thanksgiving this year and he said, when I came in, he stood, he gave me a hug and he said, my Oprah, and gave me a hug. And I was like, I'm doing this shit for the rest of my life. I don't have to impress nobody but him, and he's impressed. I'm not stopping this. I'm not stopping.
I love it. So speaking of Oprah, who are some people that you admire and model yourself after?
Oh, I would say like Claire Summers, Fashion Bomb Daily. Like as far as like her hosting and be able to cultivate community and be able to grow a following like that is something that I'm really, really proud of. Wendy Williams, just the amount of bravery. The amount of bravery that she had to be able to do what she does.
Respect on her name, regardless.
Put some respect on her name.
She paved the way for a lot.
Who else in media like do I love right now? Who? There's so many girls like I follow on social that I'm like, the girl who I don't know her name, but the girl who is hosting Catfish right now, her. I like her a lot.
Catfish, a TV show?
Yes, Catfish, a TV show where like they bust people who are like acting like somebody else on social media. The girl who hosted right now, like I love her and I admire her. Lenise, the girl who does parking lot pimping.
Yes, Lene. Yes,
like
her.
That's my.
I got to interview her for BlackLove.com. I Lene. Yes,
I love her. I love her content.
Yes, that parking. Yes, did she? And that tea. She has a tea collection.
Well, I need to try it.
Yes, we do, because it's all the things. It's all the things. So, who have been some of your favorite guests? Can you remember? I mean, people be asking me that. I'm like, dang, I can't even. It be so many.
By far, Alicia Baumgartner, the boxer, the championship boxer, she's been my favorite guest by far. Like, as far as, honey, I like women who can talk they shit, and she be talking shit and be backing it up and can beat your ass. I love that. Her Mac Nichols, I grew up in Detroit, a large boy being on my show. I'm like, this is 8-year-old Jenn is like, what?
Yeah.
Like, and he was a great guest and he loved me. Like, he loved my show and we cool. Like, we homies. I'm like, if you would have told me when I was listening to Work when I was 8 years old that this gonna be my friend one day, I would have been like, what are you talking about? I love Mac. Who else? Of course, like Big Gretch. Just and then I always have to say, the governor's team reached out to me to be on my show. I'm like, you trying to tell me you watch me say bitch, shit, nigga, fuck for 5 episodes and still said, hey, I want to come on your show and we're going to talk about education.
Listen, Gretchen probably doing it too.
And growing families in Michigan. Oh, she went to Michigan State. I know she's a very particular type of lady.
Listen.
And Dusty McFly was another one.
When she said I'm gonna fix the damn rolls, I'm like, oh, she about it. I love
literally
it.
said her. I said, girl, I think I got this on video. I said, girl, I love you. You be cussing. Because I be cussing. I had my mouth is disgusting. Everybody in my family hate it. I cuss too much. But I said, I like you. You be cussing. And Dusty McFly, because he don't talk to nobody. Before my interview with him, he had not had an interview in, I think, almost 4 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love that. So how can people be on the show if they want to be on the show?
You have to ask. So, and the thing is, I don't handle any of it. So of course, like I said, Ask Jen was not my idea. So I try to take my hands off as much as the work as possible. People email me or ask me to be on the show, or there's a form on my website that people don't use. Go to askjenshow.com and use it.
Don't read. You know they don't be reading.
You can email me. I send an email to my production team. They tell me if it's gonna be a good fit or not. Because what the thing is, like, coming on the show, like, yeah, that's fun for you. But as the person who's working on the show and producing the show, I have to come up with a full episode to make you look interested and keep people engaged. And sometimes what y'all be having going on don't be that. So it makes it very, very hard for me. So I'm like,
listen, tell the truth and shame the devil. Okay,
have something going on. That's another thing. Like Ask Jen, and I try to make this clear as well. Ask Jen is not a podcast. Ask Jen is a talk show. You know how you see people go on Wendy Williams or Jennifer Hudson's show or Tamaron Hall when they have something going on. I can't have an entire episode with you talking about pop culture topics. Like, that's not what my show is about. Have something going on, have something for me to tie it into, and have something for me to be able to engage what I know my audience likes as well as yours, and we'll have a good episode. Some people don't got that, so it makes it very hard.
Listen, so speaking of, what do you have going on next? Because it's a few things.
I'm hosting an event tomorrow, Wellness Day, with Dr. Jazz. She is a
May is Mental Health Awareness Month.
Yes, Dr. Jazz. She has a day and a night event called Wellness Day. The day event is full of wellness professionals, so other therapists, counselors, talking about different wellness topics. There's massages, facials. Tomorrow at the Ford Performance Center in Dearborn. Okay. You can get tickets from imagecounseling.com. So that is tomorrow. Upcoming after that, I'm planning a wellness event for July. So that will be coming up with my friend Erin Nay. She is the host of Heavy on the Feelings, as well as the owner of Hey Me First, the candle company. You'll talk about my interview with Mia Ray. She just had one that premiered 2 weeks ago. Fantastic. Really, really good. If, like I said, if you're a long time Glamaholic, you'll really enjoy that episode. Yes. Demetrius Harmon, I recorded with him last week. So the owner of You Matter, if you've been on Vine back in the day, Meet on Mars. We have an episode that'll be coming out in the next 2 weeks. What else is going on? Afro Nation is coming up. So of course, I'm going to get busy during Afro Nation. So I'll be doing live interviews. I'll probably be interviewing the founders. And of course, me and my homegirls are throwing a party because we always love a party.
I love it. And shout out to Amber Lewis on Social in the City.
My
shout out to another fellow Aries.
Another Aries, my best friend in the entire world.
I love that.
The real hot girl. Literally, Hollywood Greek Town Casino gave her a ticket to see Meg Thee Stallion, and she put in our friend group chat or whatever, and was like, "Yeah, they only gave me one ticket." Everybody was like, "Okay, Jen, have fun."
Right?
They knew it was not
like want to be like have fun,
and God, we had a ball. Shout out to Hollywood Greek Town Casino. They kept us up the whole weekend. Gave us a room Friday to Monday. Gave us a suite for the concert. Gave us free play. Gave us dinner. Like, all the accommodations were fantastic. Yeah, shout out to Hollywood Greek Town Casino.
Yes. So for you, what have you learned about yourself on this journey?
Oh my gosh, can't nobody tell me shit. If I want to do something, I know I can do it. I watched this idea that was not even mine, and I turned it up tenfold. Whatever all Jen has showed me is whatever I want to do, all I got to do is do it. And the people who love me gonna come behind me. That's another thing. I'm having another live show. It is not, I don't know when it's going to be, but it's going to be between now and Labor Day weekend. I am doing another live show. Well, the first time my live show sold out in less than an hour, as long as the people who are behind me love me, and I'm just gathering more people along the way, my shows will continue to sell out, and I can do whatever the fuck I want. Yep. Oh, merch. Merch is coming. The clothes is coming. Merch is coming. Yes, y'all need to come to my live shows. And also, men, let me tell y'all something. It be girls at my show. If you want to meet a nice woman, come to my show. A lot of men,
nice educated woman, not no hood rat.
Woman. A lot of men think Ask Jen is not for them. I literally interview rappers. I get questions from men. Why do y'all think men don't watch my show? Ask Jen is not just for women. It is for men too. And y'all need to come to my live shows. So I'm really trying to get a guest that men would like to pull them in and get them to come. So I hope it work.
I love that. So for you, let's discuss some of these topics.
This is Rocki's Reality. It is streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and Roku right now.
Yes, y'all. Tune in every Thursday, 7 to 8 p.m. I love it. I appreciate it. For you, though, some of these topics, because that one with the girlfriend saying that the boyfriend, she ain't like the boyfriend and all of that. I was like, oh, this be some sticky stuff. Y'all be messy. Let me be clear. Y'all be messy.
And I don't like being in the middle. And I understand why a friend don't like being in the middle, but that's why Ask Jen is here. You can just pass the question on to me and I'll tell you what you need to know.
So what is your opinion? What was your opinion on that? I didn't get to watch the whole show, but when the friend was saying, should she tell the boy,
the friend's boyfriend? Because there was two different ones. There was one where the friend wanted to tell her friend's man that she be flirting, and then there was another,
and I was like, mind your business. Like, who friends are you?
Who friend?
Okay, so here's that. Okay, so this is my thing. As a friend, I will pull my girl to the side and say, "Boo, that ain't cool. What you doing?"
See, you better than me. I'm not pulling shit to the side. That's the thing. These men and these women, they know who they are dating. If you are dating a flirty person and you know they tend to get flirty, that is something that you are okay with.
But it is out here looking crazy though. That's okay.
What's looking
I don't agree with her going to the boyfriend though.
I don't agree with her going to the boyfriend either. That's what I'm saying. Like the idea of her not even bringing it up to her friend and going straight to the boyfriend is crazy to me. And at the same time,
that's what I'm saying. At least bring it up to your friend first.
The boyfriend, she probably knows she flirty. Why she gotta say anything about it?
Right.
He know.
You know who your boo is.
You know who your boo is. You not with her. You not out with her right now on purpose. You want her to be out with her girlfriend and have a good time. And that might be her flirting with somebody to get a few drinks. Drinks at the bar is $17 these days. If all I can do is and rub somebody's shoulder to get my little $17 drink, I'm doing it.
Oh,
sue me.
Oh. Okay, and then the other one where you was like, I'm sick of y'all. And I'm trying to remember the one. You was like, I'm sick of y'all. Like,
I don't want Ask Jenn is not a relationship show. That's another thing. Like I don't think.
No, but we are great at evaluating relationships. So I have to say, like,
I can't pick women. I don't know how to do nothing right. Don't ask me about my relationship.
Great insight though.
I think I give great insight. I think I do great insight.
People gonna do what they want to do. But I'm gonna give you some insight.
I think that's my problem. Like I have been in so many situations.
It's a gift and a curse.
I have been in so many situations where I spent my time harping on a situation with somebody, going through multiple issues with somebody about this person and their partner, and they do what they want to do anyway. So at this point, I'm jaded. I don't want y'all to ask me about it because y'all gonna do what y'all want to do
exactly.
Anyway. At this point, I'm wasting my time, and baby, I got a team to pay. Time can't be wasted.
Exactly.
Stop playing with me. Stop asking me questions about these men and about these women because y'all can do what y'all want to do anyway. So leave me out of it.
Yep. And we all get the same 24 hours.
Somebody put in the comment, going to my boyfriend when you're my homegirl is a quick way to enter. Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
They should not be friends.
So let's talk about that a little bit about, and this is what I want to ask you about when friendships end, about grieving girlfriends. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you've experienced this.
Oh, yeah.
But and people have heard me talk about this, about my former sister circle that I had, women who I had known for over 20 years. Like one of them was my son's godmother at one point. So, and I get the understanding. It seems like when you turn 40, it's like an epiphany that happens where you like, I'm not dealing with no bullshit no more. I'm moving forward. So, and let me be clear that it was errors on both sides, but it's like you get a clarity as you get older that you're like, I don't really have the energy to continue just, acting like I'm in a marriage, constantly compromising. And then when you decide to end the friendship though, we were talking about how it's the grieving process is worse than when you break up with your man.
Oh yeah.
So talk about that.
Because remember, your homegirl is the person that you talk shit to your man about, right? The person who you really confide in. Like, yeah, you got your relationship, you got your marriage, but the relationship with your homegirls is very different from your romantic relationship. And it is hard. And I want people to understand that it is something worth grieving. I really feel like people think friendships not that deep and don't mean that much. And they really, really do. And you should take your time. You should really take your time to grieve that loss. I feel like so many people think because it's not romantic, is something that can just be mulled over. It's not important, but baby, that loss is going to hurt and you're going to feel it every time something great or every time something bad happens to you and you want to turn to that person and they are not there. You're going to feel it.
Yeah. And you know what? And Michelle Obama was saying that how at times we kind of kick friendships to the side when we need to be more intentional.
Oh yeah.
And I felt her on that. So how do you propose people move forward though? Because it gets to a point though where it's like we can only do so much. Break up are tough. Yes, they are. Absolutely. So and I hate to say this, because like with our man, we expect we're gonna have issues. Right. And with your girlfriends, it's like you expect, okay, I'm gonna have issues, but let's move past it. So how do you propose people move forward when a friendship, I'm asking Jenn. How do you propose they move forward when they are breaking up a friendship?
I feel like people need to recognize impact versus intention, right? You can recognize that, yes, we're going to have our back and forths and we might not be able to come to a consensus, and this relationship might end over whatever this is. Like, even though I did not expect for this to be the ender of our friendship, it is something that can happen. Anytime you bring up an issue or a problem to somebody, even no matter how correct your intentions was. You need to recognize that this may impact somebody differently in a way that I expected, and how they choose to move forward. I need to be okay with that. One thing about moving on from friendship relationships for me specifically is, especially if you don't gain clarity at the end of how things get wrong, you have to be okay with letting them be wrong about you and potentially telling stories and bad mouthing you, or saying that you
and
was
accept
wrong
that you were wrong in some ways too.
Exactly.
And it's like, at this point, I can't resolve you. At this point, you can't change the past.
People in their mind have to make peace with what they have to make peace with, and unfortunately, in those instances, sometimes you might be the wrong person. You have to be okay with that. That's the only way I can let you know, like, a healthy way to move forward is this may never be resolved amicably. We will just be open-ended, unanswered beef forever, and you got to be okay with that.
Because I don't believe in closure all the time. Like, closure is for doors, okay? Like, closure be like a scam sometimes. Because
the thing is, I think it's for me, and that's another thing. Like, closure is not for the other person. Closure is for you. Like, somebody don't have to accept or like anything that you got going on, or accept or like anything that you're doing. And it's just like, you want to tell them so bad, oh my gosh, I did not mean it. This is not what I wanted to do. Like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But I'm just like, they don't have to receive that.
Okay. Amen. And we got to be, and that's the maturity. Because at times, my husband will be like, I just want him to understand, for our son who's 13. And I'm like, he ain't gonna understand. He's 13.
Okay, what you gonna do now?
Like, his capacity. Exactly. What you gonna do?
If they don't, if you all this understanding that's in your brain, if you explain this to them and they still don't understand, what you gonna do now? You need to forget the understanding. I get it. Like,
keep it moving.
Keep it moving, babe.
Keep it moving. Keep it moving. That's what I've explained to people at times. Like, I'm not looking for you to say, oh, you right. I'm just need you to hear that that's my position. I said what I said. You don't have to say, "Oh, you right."
And then it's a bitch like me whom I don't give a fuck what you felt like. Yeah, that's and now we got a bigger issue. You get what you said? Fuck me. Now we got a bigger issue.
that my Lord, my Aries, help me, Jesus. I'm working on it. Cause listen,
that'd be me.
Listen, I'm gonna come like Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett on that ass. Okay. We'll check you. Let's please not go there, especially with an Aries. Like, don't go there with us, because I'm not Michelle Obama. You going low, I'm gonna take your ass to hell. Okay.
I really be some days I'll be open to hearing it, but a lot of days
no. And I got time today. Certain times when people come for me, I'm like, oh, this is what we doing today. Oh, okay. Let me. And see, I write much better than I talk. So when I get to typing, sometimes I'm like, oh, listen. Oh, somebody make a comment, I'll be like, oh, okay, they want me to.
I'll be like, call me right now. I'm listen, I need to cuss you out in real time.
So I need you to hear my voice.
I need to hear the breath leave your body from what I'm about to say to you. I gotta hear it. I need you to feel me.
It's about to go all the way left. But we are good people though. Like, we love it. But when we
don't play with me.
And I think
if
that's
you
just
funny,
like,
I'm hilarious. Don't try to. Don't think you can ever. The best thing you can do is ignore me, because if I get to opening my mouth, you gonna be miserable. The best thing you can do is ignore me.
And that's why I've sometimes had to be like, let me not, because
it be literally Jesus. Some days I'm like, I can't even turn it up, because I know I'm about to take this so far. I may as well not even say
exactly. That's me. And that's why when I tell people, and a lot of my Facebook friends know, when I say we're gonna agree to disagree, that means we done. Because if we keep going, you might not end up liking me.
For me, it's
gonna be
not agree to disagree. I'm like, okay, girl. That'd be okay, girl.
Yeah, in my head though, I be saying fuck you, girl.
Thanks so much.
In my head, I really be saying fuck you though.
Okay. Big fuck you for sure.
We really are nice people though. But it's just like, when you in your truth, it's like, I don't need to justify it. I don't need to justify it. I'm not about to do that.
And it's funny that you say that, because that's what I want people to understand about like Ask Jenn. Ask Jenn is a entertainment, is a digital media platform. Like, that's literally it. It's here for education. I don't want people thinking that, because I know I've had me say things on my show and people disagree with me. All I want the show to do is help you think of another perspective of your decision. I don't want you to think, because you did not make the same choice I made, that you made a bad choice. Right. I just want you to see how somebody else may be feeling about it and consider that as well.
Yeah. And I think that's hard for us in this world because we so singular at times.
I'm like white supremacy. It's like no, but
you know what? That's
but I'm
nother.
Like people don't never think of the both and. People think it has to be either or, and I'm just like it's a whole.
They both can exist at the same time.
A whole lot of gray in this world, honey. Look at the gray, dog.
Yes, they can exist at the same time. So I always like to end. We got a few minutes. I always like, even though we started a couple minutes late though, but I know Joe is like, look now. Just like I was up in here.
We had some good convo.
I love it. Definitely. And you a friend of the show now.
Yay.
So please come back. Please invite me.
Girl.
Listen,
yes.
Invite me to the event.
Yes, Mia.
So I can come and support, because that I feel like we got to get rid of that scarcity mentality. I do not subscribe to that. I don't feel like, oh, I'm going to just hold this to myself, because when I pass it along to you, what you do with it is
gonna be completely different.
Exactly.
And I'm like, everybody come to different things, different people for different things. And also, like, I can't do all the interviews. I'm one bitch. Like, I can't sit down on the couch with everybody. I can't be everywhere at one time. It is enough for everybody. People are always doing new things, always doing something different, always adding to what they. Honey, I don't care. Like, whatever. And this is one thing I say about acting. I'm not the first bitch from Detroit to sit on the couch and talk shit. Like, anything I'm doing, anybody else can do, and I encourage you to do it.
But not like you though. They don't do it like you though.
Of course not. But you can do it too.
And as fine as you though. They don't be looking as fine as you.
I
That
do my
last photo
best.
shoot, I was like, okay, I love my husband,
and
but
I hate-
he's looking good.
Oh,
And
I know that's
he's
right.
looking good. I was like, oh, okay.
I hate taking pictures.
Do you?
I hate it.
You
Every
like
photo shoot,
like
I'd be miserable. Every photo, every time somebody put a camera in my face, I'd be pissed. I hate it. Anyway, yeah, I don't know what that's about. I got to talk to the lady. Yeah, I don't know what that's about. Yeah, the social worker got a therapist. Yeah, I don't know. What
yes,
that's
we
about.
do.
I'm gonna figure it out though.
We better have a therapist. Shit. Girl,
lose
you
my
just
mind
remind me. I
every
need to make
fucking
an
day.
appointment with
Yeah.
mine. And actually, my therapist is an Aries too, so she totally understands me. She'd be like, "Okay, what you getting into?" Because I already know. I'd be like, "You already know, girl." I'll be going off for like 7 to 8 minutes, and she'd be like, "Okay." She was like, "Okay, well, here's what we gonna do." Like, she be getting me together too, and I'd be like, "Ooh, I need you to come," but we do need you to come like that. So I appreciate my therapist. Shout out to my therapist. She knows who she is, child. But so I want to end the show. I always like to end the show, and I want to thank you again.
My pleasure.
Coming,
I had so much
Jen.
fun.
I really appreciate it, and we gonna have to really, I really wanted to get the backstory of who you are. So, but I definitely want to have you back to address different topics.
I love this so much. Everybody want to come on my show. Nobody want to invite me on theirs. I'm so like lately, people have been inviting me on their podcast and their shows, and I've been very, very grateful. So thank you for having me.
Listen, because the storytellers need to tell their story too.
Exactly.
Come on. So I like to end with 5 favorites. And again, thank you to everyone who's watching, who's tapped in.
Thank you.
And next week, by the way, we're going to have another awesome mompreneur by the name of Gwen Jameer. I don't know.
Oh, I know Gwen Jameer.
Yes.
Naturalicious.
Yes. And the Get Money Show with Gwen, she's pivoted with that now. So shout out to her. And Gwen and I have been knowing each other about 7, 8 years. And it's crazy how we've how she has exploded. And I just love how we showing that journey and just seeing how we evolve. I love how women evolve.
Oh yeah,
I just really love how
nobody
we
do
evolve.
it like
Listen, I love it how we just come on now. So I like to end with 5 favorites. Okay, but before we get into that, tell people where they can find Ask Jenn and follow you.
Well, you can find me on Instagram, ASK.JENN. Again, don't forget the 2 N's. If you want to follow my show page, ASKJENN.show. Or if you want to follow me on Twitter, Jenn, JENN, on ONTHEROCKS, 2 underscores at the end. Jenn on the rocks. And that is it.
So when does Ask Jenn come on?
Every 2 weeks on YouTube. I skipped this week because I was trying to rock with the Mental Health Awareness Month. My episode with Dr. Jazz is very, very good. I want people to continue to watch it. There's a lot of insightful information about her, as well as the mental health crisis that we are all currently in, that we cannot ignore anymore. Everyone needs to get their mental right. That is why there's so much wrong in this world, because people's brains is not together. But I will be having an episode released the first Monday in June.
Right. And I'm glad you said that, because we go to the doctor for our bodies. We go to the mechanic for our cars. You go to the dentist for your teeth. You go get your hair done, your nails done. You need to do maintenance on your mind as well.
That's another thing. We cannot keep dressing it up. We can't just keep showing up and pretending and looking nice and presenting well and pretending we okay. Really get in that head and fix it. Fix it.
Because sometimes we don't be okay. And I for the past, I want to say 10 years, I got into the habit of letting people know I'm not fine today.
As you should.
I'm not okay today.
I'm not doing that.
I'm not.
No.
A lot of my Facebook followers know that I will go on a rant in a minute and be like, I love you though. Okay. But this is how the fuck I'm feeling today. And this is what it is. So I love that. Definitely, especially as a social worker, I'm a big proponent.
That be me. I'm like, y'all need to forget, y'all need to not forget I'm a social worker. I'm gonna make sure y'all have tools and resources first.
And hopefully you use them. And let's not be ashamed. Let's normalize the conversation of I was talking to my therapist. Okay. Let's normalize that. Like, just like you talk about, oh, I went to the shooting range or we went to Belle Isle, you need to talk about, or we went to the barbecue. Let's normalize.
Okay, you talk about how often you went to the bar. How often you been in therapy?
Ooh. Crickets. Okay.
Ooh. Exactly.
Ooh. Okay, now. Because the bar is just masking. Getting drunk is only going,
we can get into that. Yeah.
Listen, that would be a whole nother show though. Okay. Okay. But I'm a reel it in. So 5 things. Okay. 5 favorites. Okay. Okay. Favorite spot in Detroit.
Oh, spot. Good Vibes Lounge on Harper. I love Good
East
Vibes.
Side. Shout out to the East Side.
Shout out to Portia. I love Good Vibes. The vibes be too good, honey.
Food is good there. Damn.
Food, drinks, karaoke, dance flow.
All of that.
All things, anything,
I think everything. She had to renovate, right? Because somebody, but that's okay. The vibe is
and the thing is, she posted yesterday like that place in there with half a wall, people still in there.
Anyway, listen, because you know how we do. All we need is pull up a chair. All we need is a little bit of space. Shit, we don't need the whole building. So, okay, favorite spot in Detroit. Favorite musical artist.
Favorite musical artist right now. Charity. Cruel,
yes, another Detroit.
Cruel got me in a chokehold right now, but I've been a Charity fan since Tenderheaded. Like she just posted about it today. Tenderheaded got the girls through the pandemic. Right now, I am all about Charity.
I love, you know what? And you just reminded me, I need to have her on the show.
Yeah.
She has a phenomenal voice.
That girl, and also Charity has a brain on her. That woman is deep. I love her. That when you a philosopher, truly. Anyway,
I love it.
When you listen to her music, this is somebody who got a brain on them. Talk to her anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
And giving that Erykah Badu vibe or India.Arie
she just Charity is brilliant. She is Stevie. She's a daughter of Stevie Wonder. Truly.
Ooh.
So talented.
I love it. Okay. Favorite movie or TV show?
Oh my gosh, my favorite TV show is any Real Housewives. I love all reality TV.
Listen, what you think about that Atlanta shakeup?
Oh, I'm ready for it. Last season was so fucking boring. I barely watched the whole thing. So I'm ready for it. Also, I don't know Potomac, and I don't know if y'all remember so I watched all of it. So Real Housewives girls trip, went on a girls trip. They had went to see a psychic, and the psychic had told Portia, "You gonna get into it with a lesbian," and Drew was sneaking and creeping with that girl.
Wow!
And so I think Drew and Portia about to be getting into it on this season. So we gonna see. We gonna see.
Oh shit! Ooh, child. Okay. Favorite food
right now? What can I get enough of? My homegirl Lena made me some barbecue chicken nachos yesterday. They was so good. I can eat those every fucking day.
Damn,
I love Mexican food. That's another thing. Taco me, burrito me, chalupa me down, honey.
Baby, that was gonna be my next question. Favorite food, and you got to check out Shell Shock.
Oh, I love Shell Shock. So
shout out to Margot.
My second live show, they did the food. Oh yeah. I love Shell Shock. Shout out to
I'm mad I missed that one.
My second live show, they did the food. People wasn't even watching the show. They was outside eating tacos.
So damn good. So damn good. Oh my God, you making me want to go get some now.
They open.
I'm trying to be good, y'all. Shit. It'd be so hard and that's another thing with women as with our bodies too. It's like you got to learn to love yourself where you are. So some days might be flabbier than others, y'all, but it is what it is. Baby. All of this is USDA beef right here. Okay, ain't no Ain't no BBLs right here. This is
Okay.
Alabama ass right here. Okay.
Better say that.
Wait a minute. I got to tell this story right quick and then we close. So shout out to my mentor, Dr. Lisa Wicker of Career Master, which I want to connect you all with her, but she pretty much honors great women like us who are making moves in different industries. And she has an awards ceremony every year. And it was the 10th anniversary last week. And so I was watching one of the performers during the celebration and I'm recording. And so shout out to the sister. I forgot her name and forgive me. She comes up to me and she whispers in my ear. She was like, sis, please don't get offended. She said, but auntie behind us asked, can you move that thing to the side? Girl,
Like,
and I was like, you know what? I couldn't even be upset because we got big asses, and I ain't got no boobies, but I got plenty of ass in here. And I was like, I'm not, and I had on white that day too, so I know it was in full view. But guess what? I've been doing my squats though, so I was like, listen,
get it right.
like Lo said, you ain't got a plum, you got a peach. That shit, all there. It's all there. Shout out to Glorilla. So I wasn't even offended, but I just love us as women. How we are in so many shapes and sizes, especially as Black women.
Yeah, we
like. I just really have a girl crush on Black women.
Everybody want to be us. That's why we look great.
Listen, y'all getting the lips injections and y'all getting your spray tans and all of that. Listen, come get you some of this Black girl magic, okay? So, but thank you again, Jenn, with 2 N's.
With 2 N's.
By the way. Okay.
You so sweet to me. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
I mean, that's just, I'm just a natural person like that. When I love somebody, I pour into them. And when I saw what you were doing and how you were moving, I was like, oh, I gotta have her on the show.
Wow,
so I'm just that type of person. So I genuinely support people and believe in what they're doing. Cause I know we all out here trying to get it out the mud.
Okay.
Shit. I know we all doing our thing. So thank you everyone for watching Rocki's Reality. Next week, we will be on with Gwen Jameer of the Get Money with Gwen show and Naturalicious and all things great. Make sure you all follow Ask Jenn with 2 N's. Check her out. And I look forward to what's next, Jenn. And I look forward to you coming back onto the show.
I will be back and you need to come to my next live.
Listen, I was just waiting for you to ask. Okay. Let's do it. I'm ready.
See you soon,
let's do it. Listen, this is not goodbye. This is see you later.
Exactly.
All right. Thank y'all. Have a good night. Thank you for watching Rocki's Reality.